Hello and welcome to the season that was, brought to you by AAMI, Beveridge and Kane Cornes with you. Kane, today we're going to be looking back at North Melbourne's 2024 season. There were some positives. Did they do enough for you though throughout the campaign?
Yeah, personally not. I was a bit disappointed because I thought pre-season maybe 6-7 wins. I thought that's what they were capable of and the path that they were on. Full pre-season under Alistair Clarkson, not as many disruptions off the field as there were probably at the same time last year, and then the development of some younger players and some experience that they brought in. So to not improve on the year previous, despite having some moments which we'll get to that were positives, I was reasonably disappointed with how it played out.
Well, let's start with the positives, and they did find a couple, obviously. They've had high draft picks for quite some time, but the likes of Harry Sheezel, Zane Dersma, George Wardlaw, Colby McKercher, Paul Curtis, even Charlie Comben, they all showed a bit throughout the campaign.
100% they did. So that's definitely the positive. You just saw that mark from Dersma. Like, he's going to put bums on seats. Sheezel is a star already in the squad of 44 for the All-Australian team. Won't be the last time that he features in All-Australian conversations. So, look, there's definitely some talent there, and they were able to put it together at stages. Wardlaw, you love. I think he's going to be the next captain of the club. I just love the way that he attacks the footy, the speed that he plays with, and the intensity. Slightly concerned about the injury history that he's building, but McKercher, we saw the speed, the power. He goes midfield, and one real find was Comben for them. Be that forward or back. I don't know where that is going to land, but equally he's as impressive at either end, and his body was able to hold up for the first time in his career.
In terms of the Kangas' problems, there's none bigger than their backline and their defence. Have a look at this. This is games where teams have conceded 100+ points this year. 18 of 23 games they conceded over 100. You can't win playing that type of footy. You can't.
So I hope all we hear about through pre-season is their defensive structures, setups, how much they need to improve in that space. Because to concede 100+ points 5 times more than West Coast, I mean, and even Richmond, who finished last, is just not going to cut it. So all the talk about their offence, the offence will come naturally, I think, because you've just seen the talented group. Sheezel naturally takes it on. McKercher naturally. Wardlaw. These players, Dersma, they've already got that offensive flair. What they don't have is a commitment to defence and buying into that aspect of the game.
Let's get to their moment of the year now, and they had to wait quite some time for their maiden victory. It eventually came on the road at Optus Stadium against West Coast in round 13 when they got this breakthrough win, with some late drama as well. Yeah,
there was definitely some late drama. That chase from Cherry, he was another positive, which we didn't touch on. Thought he was enormous, also in the squad of 44 for the All-Australian team. And they got it done with this win, which was huge for them. And then this coincided with a pretty strong run of form. And they really challenged some of the better sides and should have probably won 5 or 6 games. They're in a position to do that. But such a relief there. I think their ball use is another issue for them that really cost them, and that has cost them for a couple of seasons. So if they can tidy up that aspect of their game, if they can sort out their defence and get their players to buy in, if they can go to the draft again and perhaps add some experience, which they are clearly open to doing, then I just don't think 6 to 7 wins next year is unrealistic. That should be the standard.
It should definitely be the standard for the Kangaroos in 2025. Let's have a look at their season star, and it is none other than Harry Sheezel. You probably could have gone with Tristan Xerri, as you mentioned, in terms of the All-Australian squad, but their form improvement in the second half of the campaign coincided with Sheezel playing that mid-forward role.
Yeah, no doubt about that. And I mean, this was a move that I called for a long time. He was great across half-back, but this is going to pay the bills for North Melbourne. This is where you want him kicking the footy, forward to centre. So you sacrifice 8-9 possessions for this. This is what you want. This is what all the most damaging players in the game are doing. But enormous year. Congratulations to him. Just a star on and off the field. Love the way that he carries himself. Clearly he's determined to help turn the culture of the club around and improve performance. But all his numbers off the charts. 30 touches. He was tackling. He brought in defensively. High metres gained. He was able to go inside, win clearance. A lot of the stuff he does, you need to almost watch on replay because it's so clean and so clever with what he does. And then just a beautiful user by foot, which they don't have. So an enormous year for Harry again.
He was the 7th ranked player in the competition throughout the year, Harry Sheezel. What do you give them in terms of a rating? So they finished with 3 and 20, second last on the ladder. What are you rating?
I gave them a D. Some may say that he's harsh, but I don't. I just expected probably double the wins than what they were able to achieve. And for whatever reason, Alistair Clarkson hasn't been able to get them to play a competitive brand consistently. Despite the win-loss, consistently they have dropped off. And even the way that they finished the season was really disappointing against Hawthorn.
Yeah, their last fortnight, those big losses against the Bulldogs and then the Hawks, as you mentioned, a really disappointing way for them to end the campaign. Plenty more still to come on afl.com.au as we wrap up every side's 2024 campaign in the season that was.